Hello, Pile 1. You chose the Peacock Oar. We are going to get into your reading all about the focus of your spring. I have a few tarot cards already drawn. However, I wanted to go ahead and start with an oracle card about the focus of your spring, I guess a main theme in the next season of 2024. So with that being said, we have Consecrate Tools, card number 16. The 16th of April or May might be significant. I will claim what is mine, what I see beyond the hidden. Gifted spirit, by tongue, my words spill with purpose. I will claim what is mine, taking ownership. Okay. What I see beyond the hidden, meaning when you get married and you're saying your vows, and I'm saying this because it looks like a wedding gown. You are committing to loving this person through the thick and the thin. When you share intimacy with someone, you see sides of them that they don't show other people. And I think that's where the true magic is I always I appreciate all shades of my Marty, okay? And I am so grateful that I get to see all of these sides, that I'm the one that he's choosing to be vulnerable with. It's an honor for me. And so making something sacred, okay? This doesn't necessarily have to mean that, you're getting engaged. However, I'm not negating that possibility for some of you. I just want to say that you are committing to something. So maybe you've been seeing someone casually for about a month and you decide, okay, maybe we want to take this to the next level and date exclusively, okay? Your words have power, okay? And know what you're signing up for. It might sound weird. I don't know. I'm just the messenger. I thought that we could read this because we could read this together from the book. I'll let you take one last glimpse at the imagery before I put her towards the back. This deck was gifted to me by my lovely friend Jessica, and I will leave her link down below to where you can check out her zine. She makes a monthly zine. She accepts submissions, so go check her out. Link is in the description box. So we have the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. Imbolc. It is on, let's see. No, we need two. Now we went too far. One more. Oh, wait. There we are. Okay. Keywords: establishment, displaying spirit. So connecting with tangible forms of spirituality. For example, altar making might be a priority for some of you. And then again, we have claiming ownership. So let's see. And this is on page 66. Now 66, 6 in itself represents the voice. And together, your consecutive sixes can talk about a warning. This can talk about a chronic negative thought pattern that needs to be reframed. And that takes reflection and sometimes introspection. But that's definitely a possibility. reevaluating the situation, understanding what your role was. And this is asking you to question your assumptions about yourself and others and really challenging those beliefs, stretching ourselves out of that emotional comfort zone. Pulling this card means you have not claimed ownership of the situation you're asking about. Perhaps you aren't sure how something will fit into your life, or if this is even something that is needed for you to move forward. Or perhaps you're assuming something is yours without having to declare or confirm your intentions. 1 second. I have to send my mother my address for a package that she's sending me. Okay, we're back. Thank you for your patience. Witches consecrate tools to clear them of any former energy and dedicate them to a higher purpose. Otherwise, your magical work may be imprinted with the wrong vibrations or be influenced by someone else's desires. Making a conscious decision to commit to something completely changes its energy. If you remain on the fence about your situation, you send out the energy of doubt and possibly confusion, and will get more of that in return. Or if you're leaving room for someone else to come in and take what is meant to be yours. By embracing what is before you, you are allowing an energetic pathway to establish its place in your life. Drawing this card suggests you will get nothing worthwhile out of your situation until you're willing to elevate its status to a more permanent fixture. However, your situation will begin to work for you once those involved know you are fully invested. And if you don't want to be fully invested, then you need to say so. I think that's really important, as sometimes we walk in assuming another person's intentions and emotions, and sometimes it's later on down the road do we recognize that we didn't think to ask. So keep that in mind. I'm going to roll some Astro dice as well. Taylor, actually, I'm going to let you keep yours. I'm going to take the Astro dice from this plate here of miscellaneous. So pile one's energy for spring. Spring. We have Leo energy. We have the third house of communication. So your voice matters, and boundaries are going to be your best friend. This is collaboration, appreciation for working together as a team. We have Mercury here as well. So Mercury, third house in Leo, there's creative projects that are needing your attention and your focus right now. Mercury is at its strongest in the third house, as that is one of its house. It's like its home plate for Mercury. The other one would be 6, but the third house can talk about short-term travels, our neighbors, learning new things that we're passionate about. With Leo, this is a very random message, but learning more about how to please one another. intimately in that way, sexually. That could be for yourself or for you and another person. Having more conversations with people, with friends, with your getting more involved in your community, okay, in a very creative way. So the first question, what is your priority this spring, pile one? Let's get into it with our cards. We have the Two of Cups. So this is Mercury in Cancer. Or I'm sorry, it is not. It is Venus in Cancer. Now, emotional happiness or emotional fulfillment in our relationships. And this includes the relationship you have with yourself, pile one. This is all about creating a love nest, really transforming a space into a sanctuary. By making love the focus, I don't know, you're making room for a lot of potential to happen here. Now, in terms of connection, you might have to be honest about what it is that you want from this, from this connection, from this relationship, what have you. I'm just going to get the cards out. We have, you know what, before I do, let me get a love deck, and I'm going to kind of clarify here where this might be. But if you're married, for example, maybe, creating more intimacy, having more date nights is something that you're going to prioritize. Because we have three, like I'm seeing bars and, like wine tastings and like different kinds of parties, new things. Like, I don't know. It's very, it's very intimate. This is like the wheel of fortune, so to speak, of experiences. I'm really liking this energy and taking yourself out on dates, going on date nights, romanticizing the everyday. Let me get the Oracle deck. This is the one that I'm going to be using today. This is the Beach Time Soul Love Oracle cards. Okay, we're going to give this a shuffle, a shuffle, a shuffle, a shuffle, a shuffle. If you have Leo in the third house, you'd be a Gemini rising. You don't have to be, but yes, I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, having fun in that flirtation phase, expressing the desire to date or to want to, get to know each other more. Maybe you've reached the point of I like you and you want to see where this connection goes. Yes. The Sword and the Rose is on the bottom of the deck. So we have clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So feeling empowered in your relationships in the sense that your partner respects you, or the relationships that you surround yourself with accept you for who you are. Your relationships have given you so much strength and you have the resilience to push through. Love is not, I know the song Love is a Battlefield. That song is coming through really strong, and it doesn't have to be, okay? It doesn't have to be. And so I think that's where this assumption is like, don't go in expecting to get hurt. That might be a very specific message for some of you, but I thought I'd put that out there. Next, we have an action step that you can take towards this focus. And I drew for you the strength card in reverse. And what is interesting is that we have Leo energy, but I was thinking self-love here, and that's what it feels like. It feels, this is Toph, by the way, and she is very rugged and she has a rigidity to her. But you might not be letting the other in. And so maybe that's what it is. Others of you, I think, might be trying to not be so alone, not feel so alone. And so sometimes you choose to go on dates even though you genuinely really kind of don't want to, but you also don't want to be alone. You don't know how to be by yourself. For some. Sometimes for others, like, it's taking a lot of strength to put yourself out there and just recognize where you are on this journey. And that can be in whatever capacity. Okay, let's get another oracle card for that. You don't have to do it alone. That's what I'm also hearing. You don't have to do it alone. Let's pull the Elemental Empath oracle. I actually have the Avatar deck and the Elemental Empath, like a full flip through on my channel. I'm thinking about doing another ASMR video with my top 5 oracle decks. That took me a lot longer because there's a lot more oracle decks that I bought than tarot cards, and I'll link everything in the cards below. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. Let's see. Clarify the Strength card in the reversed position, Spirit. Clarify the Strength card in the reversed position. Clarify the Strength card in the reversed position for my pile ones. What action can they take? Sensitivity. Validate. Self. Vulnerability is strength. What? What? Sorry. Don't usually scream. This is an emotions card. And we have projections. Yes. Ooh, that is some strong stuff. Strong stuff. Okay. I love you, baby. And if it's quite all right, I need you, baby. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Sunshine. This is fire energy, which is Leo. And we have light, passion, illumination, motivation. Don't dim. Don't dim your light to fit into a mold that was never meant for your greatness. I'm just telling you as it is. I want to put this card up too. I love you, baby. And if it's quite all right, I need you, baby. We're just going to go in. I'm going to look at what it says for sensitivity. Oh, they got the card wrong in this. I like finding like misprints, but for this is not the right card. I didn't realize that. Let's see, that's the image for the second one. Did they get the fourth one right? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, anyways. So sensitivity. You are a sensitive soul, and that is okay. Women have been shamed for thousands of years for being emotional and weak. Your sensitivity, as you learn to understand it, is your superpower. You have a great capacity for empathy, compassion, and understanding of others. Let yourself feel what you feel, even if they call you dramatic. As a sensitive person, it's important to understand that you will naturally have big emotions and a sensitive nature. Your feelings might be easily hurt, even over seemingly small things. It can feel overwhelming to handle anger or disappointment from others since you can sense the emotion of others so acutely. You might even have become a people pleaser to avoid conflict, even though you often have hurt feelings that you push down. Overwhelm can also be common with sensitive people since our other senses are often heightened as well. It's important to remember that, contrary to what we've been taught, being sensitive is not a bad thing. It's actually enables us to be more in touch with how we feel and to connect on a deeper level with others. This card is a reminder that you're allowed to be sensitive and all that entails. Just keep this sensitivity in mind throughout different situations in your life. Knowing that you're more sensitive than some can help you understand why certain situations might be more painful. It also gives you permission to take the time you need to process your feelings. Find the right environment and people for you to be able to thrive in your sensitive nature. When you start to work with your sensitivity instead of against it, you will find that having an incredible ability to tap into your emotions. You will find that you have an incredible ability to tap into your emotions and hold space for them. Part of your superpower will be emotional intelligence and fluency. Emotions will be able to communicate with you and freely flow and release instead of getting bottled up. Identify with these feelings. It's easy to over-identify with your pain and hold on to it or spiral in it. Validate your feelings as they are instead of getting lost in them. That's really important. Journaling might help. For some of you, if there's a lot that is coming up from your past, talking with a licensed clinician might also be helpful. I'm going to reset my camera really quick. Taking baths, using water as a healing medium, lighting some candles too. Fire and water seem to be very rejuvenating. But we're, cleansing, using Epsom salts, taking Epsom salt baths. All right. And then our final card is the likely result that will be seen at the end of spring. I don't know what this is for. Nothing importante. But we have the Five of Swords in reverse, which is forgiveness. I think it's important that we forgive others and that we forgive ourselves, or somebody might be coming around that you had an argument with and that you've put distance with, and they're asking for a second chance. And that's up to your discernment whether or not you want to grant them that. However, just know that the adage, like, when a leopard shows you their spots, like, believe them, believe people based on what they do instead of what they say. So just be careful. And again, use your best discretion. If you feel pressure, like if they reach out and your instinctual feeling is to kind of feel a tension or an anxiousness inside, then I think it's best to listen to that intuition and maybe don't engage or let them know that, no, I'm still, I guess it's very situational. This is a general reading. And, but yeah, forgive yourself is coming through as very strong. And that is maybe you on the healing process. Like, maybe saying affirmations makes you nauseous because you really don't believe it and you don't like saying bullshit, and it's not your cup of tea. You need to find the cup that you want. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of exploring the self-love territory, talking to yourself in a kinder, more compassionate way. Okay. Let's see. I want to get a couple more oracle cards before I close out your reading. I'm going to move this a little bit so maybe we can see a better. And I'm going to move her up. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm going to get the Green Witch Oracle. It's very spring-esque, if you will. Pile 1. What do they need to know about their spring, their season of spring? Pile 1. Abundance. This could also be healing your money wound. And I know that is a very big 180, but identifying where you need to heal your, create, think about your money story. We have the grapes. That's why I'm saying this. Abundance. And also wine tasting might be something that you explore. The affiliated sign on this card is Sagittarius. So travel might be in the cards for you as well. Getting lucky and getting like a pay raise or a bonus that you weren't expecting. Getting some lump sum of money earlier. So it's like a windfall into your account. Something positive happens at work. An abundance of love. Okay, we do have love at the bottom of the deck here with our tomatoes and the sign of Libra. So developing a love of cooking, okay, making your own meals or meal prepping, even just establishing that that's a desire that you want to focus on might be good. Maybe you try new things like the frozen grapes thing. I don't know. It's not the healthiest, but it's the internet trying. There's a lot of opportunity for you to showcase your strengths. Yes. Let's get another card to describe your springtime. Pile 1, your spring. I'm using the Golden Future Oracle. I am editing this flip through, so it's not up on my channel yet. These were all decks from the Hay House Deck Club. Golden Stellar Internet. Ooh, maybe you're going viral or you're developing a community online. You're joining some sort of community. It says communicate in a 5th dimensional way. Communicate in a 5th dimensional way. Authentically. Your spirit guides might be communicating with you as well. They might be sending you signs and synchronicities, so just pay attention to that. I don't like reading from the book so much, but this is a new deck and this concept is relatively new, so I want to make sure that you don't miss anything. The internet allows huge amounts of information to be transmitted instantly. In the golden future, it will be replaced by a golden quantum stellar internet using high-frequency wave bands that only carry positive, inspiring spiritual information. These will be totally harmless to humans, birds, fish, animal, insects, and trees. As the new golden age progresses, humanity will receive much wisdom and assistance from the masters of telephony, the part of Mercury that has already ascended. I think it's interesting that I read about Mercury and we had Mercury in our dice. And the other friends in the universe who are already cooperating with Archangel Michael to set in place a 5th dimensional communication network. This will eventually be replaced by a 7th dimensional system anchored through Stonehenge. Crystal transmissions are being programmed once more to help humanity. The 5th dimensional consciousness of humanity is only interested in high vibration, illuminating, and uplifting transmissions. The masters of telephony are the 12 illuminated beings who oversee the ascended aspect of Mercury, the planet of communication. They link to you through your throat chakra, your center of truth, which is overseen by Archangel Michael. Ask Archangel Michael to fill your throat center with royal blue and gold energy, then send out an intention to connect with the masters of telephony. As you do so, magnificent angels on the golden ray will work with you. Part of your ascension mission is to hold the light that you will enable the golden quantum stellar internet of the golden age to be established. When you do this, your throat chakra will glow with integrity, honor, and courage, allowing you to communicate in a pure and charismatic way. It is time to impart your truth consciously in a fifth dimensional way. As you were already in the new golden future, when you do this, people will trust and respect you. So giving off the energy that you want to receive back. Okay, it's like that boomerang effect. I'm going to try and move this a little bit to now accommodate other cards. I think I'm going to get my tea leaf oracle, and then we'll end with an affirmation and maybe a fortune. Let's get the fortune first. From my disco ball, let's get a fortune from my disco ball. Woo! Welcome to the segment where we play. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm on a game show. I want to be on a game show. I think that, no, actually I don't, because I don't know. Okay, I just grabbed a handful. So we have 3, it looks like, 1 bocce and 2 fortune. So for our fortunes, we have it says, this is a quote, "Even the stones placed in one's path can be made into something beautiful." Wolfgang Goethe, I think. And that's to say that, like, use every opportunity that you're met with to make it the best that you can. Use the resources that you have available to you to create something extraordinary. Your smile lights up a room. Ooh, so maybe be smiling more. Maybe you're going to do things that make you smile. Okay, or listen to music that makes you smile. And finally, I don't try to focus these because they're really difficult to do. You will travel far and wide, both for pleasure and for business. And we have 6, 1, 6. 1, 8, 7, 2, 5, 4, 6. So 6, 16, 18, 7, 25, 46. Those are lucky numbers. We have store is the Chinese word. So perhaps you're buying something new. You're upgrading something, maybe even a phone or a piece of technology to kind of help you with communication. Okay. Or you're changing phone plans, something like that. All right. Let me get your daily oracle cards. Okay, we have your tea leaf oracle cards. I'm just going to split up the deck, and then we'll take a card from each half. Cards, no matter how many, depending on how many want to fall out. Let's see, pile 1. Springtime messages. Springtime messages. Mensajes para el colectivo. Okay, we have 3 here. Okay. So pile 1, we have young woman, dealings or a relationship with a younger woman. So some of you already know who this is, and others of you might meet this person along the way. We have hammock. Taking a vacation, physically or mentally. You're clearly meant to travel. Spirit is trying to tell you a message. Next, we have bear. Danger, especially in money matters. So be careful. Don't make any impulsive purchases. You might need to make some sort of payment, or an expected sum is due. Be careful on the road as well. Okay? Because some people are not always aware and conscientious, unfortunately. And then we have feather. Birds of a feather flock together. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Okay. So again, someone might test your boundaries and your patience, and you might have to make an executive decision, unfortunately, to kind of create more space, especially if this has been a boundary that has continued to be violated. time and time again. Ooh, yeah. Let's get our final card, which is our affirmation. I had a lot of fun with this reading, guys. I kind of got stuck on what to do, and I'm debating whether or not I want to do love reading. If you're here, if it resonated and you want to hear a love reading from me, leave a heart in the comments below. And I will link a playlist to my love readings that I've made on this channel. Do, 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 do. Shush up. My gosh, Spirit is on the dot today. Taking a walk. Wandering legs produce a wandering mind, which, as it turns out, can actually be great for wandering out of whatever mental mud I'm stuck in. So I'm going to put on my jauntiest cap and jauntily jaunt the heck out of here. Could be that the tiny creative spark I've been missing has been hiding out on the other side of my wall of sticky notes. Irony received. So this is an invitation to get outside, to make walking a daily habit, okay? Walk with a partner, walk with a friend. You can even walk and talk on the phone with someone. It's incredible. And next we have compassion. I choose compassion over criticism. Walking a mile in others' shoes reminds me that they might be going through something tougher than I think. Like their shoes are too tight, or they're the kind of shoes that are too casual to be dressy and too dressy to be casual. Basically, I have no idea what they're dealing with privately, so I'll cut them some slack and be thankful for the shoes I've been dealt. Walk a mile in her shoes. I think that's some sort of initiative for domestic, for DV, but maybe that's a cause that you're wanting to support at this time. Who knows? The sky is the limit for you, and I am here for it. Thank you so much, Pile 1. Your energy has been fantabulous, and I will see you in a reading soon. Toodles! Pile 2, welcome to your reading, all about what's ahead for you this spring. We're going to start with an oracle card. This is from this deck, the Imbolc Seasons of the Witch. Unfortunately, they do not have an Ostara deck yet, but this deck was graciously gifted to me by one of my beautiful friends, Jessica, and I will leave her information down below. She has a zine that she publishes once a month. Really, really cool. And she is openly accepting submissions. So I will leave her information down below. She is one of the best Libras that I know. Aside from other Libras, I have a lot of Libras in my life and I love them all. Seasons of the Witch, Imbolc Oracle. That's what it says on the side. This is not a flip through, but this series. I didn't do a flip through of this deck, but I think I'm going to do a review of all the decks that I have from this collection. Highly recommend. So your theme is the serpent. So I'm seeing shedding skin, okay? Growing out of one phase of your life and into a new one. Slither through and out as you shed in preparation for a new beginning. Now 38 reduces to 11th. April 11th, May 11th might mean something to you. Reputation Taylor's version might be released this spring, hopefully, fingers crossed. And maybe one of those songs or many of those songs in that album resonate with you on a very deep level. I was going to use my Animal Guides tarot, but maybe I'll use my Taylor Swift tarot. That was my sister. She gifted that to me too. I love it when people gift me decks because I think of them as I'm doing my reading. The Taylor Swift Era's Tarot deck. Unfortunately, this is not going to have elements of Tortured Poets Department, obviously. They're going to have to make a new one, that I will be buying it. I actually really like the concept of this deck a lot, and I highly, highly recommend it if you like Taylor. That's what I'm going to say. So, but with the serpent, before I get all all Swifty on you. One thing has to die. So this could be a relationship. This could be a career path. This could be a job that you have. This could be a current lifestyle that you are, no longer going to continue. Old habits, things of that nature. Now, I will read from the book because, again, this is a new deck and you're actually like one of the first to see this deck in action. So snaps for you guys. All right, so we have 38, so that's going to be near the end. Oh, here we are, 118. That's so funny because that's 11-8. Ooh, some of you might be Scorpios. Reinvention, second chances, growing pains. Creativity doesn't have an expiration date, and it's never too late to welcome a new addition into your life. Just when you think everything is over and you've lost what you've worked so hard for, or maybe you've missed the boat, you, like the serpent, can shed your skin and reinvent yourself entirely. Bam! The serpent card will make its way to you when a second chance is upon you. Any missed opportunity will soon be replaced with another. Forgiveness is close at hand, or perhaps you were able to have another shot at love. If you're reading about your career, pulling this card can either mean a career change and is a good omen for seeking new employment. Consider a physical makeover if that feels good to you. What might the person you're becoming dress like, or how might they behave? Can you embrace some of these qualities now? And that is wholeheartedly law of attraction, manifestation. You go, girl. Like, yes. Or guy, or they, or them. This card, however, does come with a note of caution. Growing pains can sometimes make transitions difficult. Remain patient and know that any challenges you face are temporary blocks to overcome. Yep, that's the end. Atomic Habits might be a really great book for you. Might be worth reading. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I wanted to read, this is the last thing that I'm going to read before we get into Taylor. Okay, we have the animal spirit guides. We're going to read the part about snakes. Oh my gosh, I flipped right to it. You are about to go through some significant personal changes so intense and dramatic that an old self will metaphorically die as a new self emerges. You're going to feel a surge of energy that will sharpen your senses, alert your mental facets, and open up new channels of awareness. You're about to resolve a long-standing issue, one that has required a great deal of your attention, by seeing things in a new light. It could be a good time for you to start either doing tantric or kundalini yoga. You'll experience a dramatic and unexpected physical or emotional healing very soon, coming from an unexpected source. So these are the other snakes, and I'll just hold this so you can screenshot this if you want, and I'll turn the other page. On the back is pythons and rattlesnakes. So just in case, you never know what might come up. So anywho, we're getting into it. Sparkle of Razzle Dazzle. I didn't do a live shuffle on last pile, but I felt like it. We used Avatar as you saw in the intro. Changing it up, but I like using different decks. So pile 1, let me see what my questions are. What is your priority this spring? What are you prioritizing this spring? Pile 2, I think I said pile 1. Pile 2, what is your priority this spring? Pile 2, what is your priority this spring? Oh, she cartwheeled out there. The wheel, 10. Yep. And reversed. So this is Jupiter energy reversed, a missed opportunity. Okay. We have time, mystical time, cutting me open, then healing me fine. Were there clues I didn't see? And isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me? This is folklore. Yes. Cord cutting might be something that you're doing. Okay. Looking into it, practicing the ritual. No, is this like a It's like an ink stain. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's gonna come off. Man, I don't. That's one thing that I get very irked by. A second chance, like something that a path you had to take a pause on. There's going to be a detour to get you back onto that path, if that makes sense. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this could even be like a creative project or some sort of side hustle that you had to press pause on. All I know, this is from Red, all I know is we said hello, your eyes look like coming home. All I know is a simple name and everything has changed. All I know is you held the door, you'll be mine and I'll be yours. All I know since yesterday is everything has changed. Everything has changed. And that's might be why it's going to work again, because the circumstances are very, very different. Okay? Guys, Taylor is speaking to us. Her presence is here. Okay? I can feel it. I had a client that I did a reading for, and she literally says, I gotta set the stage for Taylor. Are you ready for it? Died. My clients get me, and she debriefs me after every reading, and I always get the chills every time. Like, it's just so great. She knows who she is if she's watching. But, yep. Those Etsy readings be powerful. Okay, so I do have personalized readings on my Etsy shop. You can go and purchase one if you feel so inclined. We have the Knight of Swords. Here we go. Fast moving. Ready, set, fly. It was the great escape, the prison break, the light of freedom on my face. But you were thinking and I was just drinking. Well, he was running after us. I was screaming, go, go, go. But with the three of us, honey, it's a sideshow. We have the getaway car song. What did I say about reputation? Oh, I don't know why. I just drank some coffee. Probably not the greatest idea, but yes, you are moving towards this goal with like the speed of lightning. This invisible string here, though, like I am sensing that there might be someone else that you might not be aware of, okay? And if you find yourself questioning and thinking that you're crazy, I've been there. I have, and it is not a fun time. So going for it, confronting, being more direct in your communication, not necessarily aggressive. That's not going to get you your milk and cookies, but showing up in a way that shows you care. Okay, and what is going to be a likely result at the end of your spring? The Three of Pentacles in reversed. Good thing my daddy made me get a boating license when I was 15, and I've cleaned enough houses to know how to cover up a scene. Good thing Esty's sister's gonna swear she was with me. She was with me, dude. Evermore, no body, no crime. Took me a minute. Yes. Okay, so silver lining. There's a silver lining that is coming from whatever this missed opportunity. Like, you're going to see why this needed to happen. You're going to receive the clarity. This is going to involve collaboration. This is going to be involve compromise in the best way possible to make space, blank space for whatever direction inspiration takes you. Okay. I had a very clear direction of where I wanted to go with Oracle cards last reading, and I might change things up this time. We're gonna a cup of tea. You should accept valid criticism. That's where the Three of Pentacles, I think, comes from. It's like you have to accept that this cup that they're giving you is for the improvement of your project so that you can grow as an artist. Okay? I really want to see if I can fix that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. New home, new attitude. Look at this. New home, new attitude. Some of you might be moving. The Knight of Swords is, very much about fast-paced movement. The Wheel also talks about movement. Three of Pentacles, this is like signing. This is like multiple people. So I can totally see this. The student finds a mentor. Something like that. Personal or professional. Cleaning your space out, decluttering, having a tea party or like a wine night or a girls' night, something where you get to romanticize life a little bit, have fun, stop taking life so seriously. We have the Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Something is also telling me that you're getting up earlier in the morning. Maybe you're even switching to tea instead of coffee. Beetle, good fortune. Yes. I think there's going to be some sort of side hustle that starts to spark up income. Like you've been possibly working towards it, and now it's like you need to renegotiate boundaries and to reevaluate, reassess where the future is going because things are looking up for you. Broken, see, parting of the ways in either romantic or business. Something is happening. This could be the finalization of a divorce though, or a separation. I do think you guys are going to have strong legal counsel, all right? And whatever this is, I'm not feeling any nervousness. It's a process and it's tedious to have to go through. Yeah, this is very necessary for you to push through. And it might be painful, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. Tying you to me. I'm trying to think of what other oracle cards I want to use. I think I'm going to go with the Elemental Empath. Again, I have this deck on my channel and I did a flip through. I love the box design. I love everything about this deck. Maybe you get a new mug this spring. You get the Stanley Cup you've always wanted. No, I think you're going after what you want full speed ahead. What does pile 2 need to know for the month of spring? You're driving a new car. You might even be test driving. Awareness. Key to healing. Notice patterns and illusions. Pause. Meditation is going to help calm your busy mind. Journaling. Connecting with your spiritual self. Reading books help get those gears grinding. Sorry about the siren. On the bottom of the deck, we have Empath. Yes. I see that. Connect to self, cleanse, boundaries, holding space for yourself and for others. I'm seeing this very strongly. Your guides might like to speak to you through songs. Okay, and through music. Patterns of communication, patterns in other relationships that you have had. And when you have that awareness, the illusions tend to fall. And sometimes we don't necessarily recognize this until we pause. And that's why I think getting outside and making time for us to truly think. Like, do a journaling challenge, okay? There's so many different themes that you can do, and you can Google them on Pinterest. I definitely would recommend that. Or joining a book club, having a tea party, doing something social. Like, sometimes conversations can inspire new thoughts. I'm really sensing that here. Okay? We have pause again on this card as well. Okay? So it says respond versus react. Observe your thoughts, and mindfulness. So developing more mindfulness practices. I'm also hearing decluttering your closet. Okay, I don't know. That's very, 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 very random, but I thought I'd throw it out there. I'm drawn to some different decks, actually. We're going to do a different deck. It's the Millennial Oracle. I haven't used her in so long. It has been forever. It's interesting that you got this cup card with the valid criticism, because we have trolls intentionally upsetting you, trying to get a reaction, disruption, arguments, petty. These are not valid criticisms, okay? People just bashing for the sake of bashing. So keep that in mind. No chill. Lost your ability to act rational, no regard for others' feelings, overreacting, doing too much. I think this is why you might need to slow down and allow yourself to relax so that you can receive these insights that Spirit is trying to send you. On the bottom of the deck, I always like to we have low key. To not announce something, to treat with little emphasis, secretly, not showy, hidden info. Hear me out. This only counts if you are manifesting this into your life. But if you're pregnant and you're waiting to tell people until after the first trimester or after the first 12 weeks, that might be something. You're keeping it a secret. Again, very specific message. I'm not trying to, put that energy out there. If that's not the energy you want, this is a general reading, okay? I'm going to time my camera out and we'll be right back. I wanted one more deck. So we have a few more, okay? I kind of mixed it up though with, actually, I'm going to do something else instead of this one. So just 2 more and then we'll do some other stuff. Pile 2's spring thoughts. What are we thinking? What are we feeling for pile 2's spring? Pile 2's spring. Okay, see, affirmation for healing the heart. So there could be somebody who lets you down and, or life is just uber stressful and you come home to someone who is there to support you. Whether this be a good friend, a romantic partner, a fur baby, what have you. Incense and sage might be tools that you use to kind of help heal this from this. It might be comforting or soothing. We do also have on the bottom of the deck change in progress. And again, this cat is not super thrilled about this new direction, but sometimes change is uncomfortable and that's okay. So I think you are learning to be okay with discomfort. And obviously that is not an overnight, an overnight happenstance. It takes some time. Maybe you change the way you respond to hate comments if you're on social media, for example. And I don't like that they're so prominent and prevalent. Yeah. But sometimes people, they project their own insecurities. I'm not saying that this is for everyone. But don't let it deter you from creating. As long as your creations are not hurting anybody, shake it off. Taylor says, shake it off, shake it off. Pile 2, blessings they're receiving this spring. Pile 2's blessings they're receiving this spring. Change, 23, the number of change. We have evolution. Empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. So this isn't a change that you're not ready for or that you can't take on, okay? This is definitely a change in your heart chakra, okay? We're also going to look at the card, obviously, at the bottom of the deck. We have 12. Who do we have? We have Zadkiel with purple. So we have evolution, and then your aura is purple. And we have lavender haze. But, calming environment. So destiny, pride, conscious, and forgiveness. Yes, forgiveness. So of these two, evolution, appreciating the growth that you've made so far. Because personal growth takes time, takes experience, it takes that reflection, and it can be quite painful. And you've been through a lot. So I want to commend you on your experience. This no chill factor thing, it's like you want to be doing something all the time because you don't want to give yourself that time and that space to reflect and to receive the messages. You just want to move on to the next thing. And so maybe asking yourself if this applies to you, like why that might be. I'm going to get some Aster dice for pile 2. Let's see, we have Saturn. Yep, challenges. You're working through your challenges, and that's like the growing pains that we saw here. Gemini, the twins, communication, boundaries. And is this the 6th house? The 6th house, yep, in your everyday, in your work, at home. Like maybe you share the house with roommates or a partner, and you really have to talk about the distribution of chores in the household. Like it's not always fun conversation, but it's necessary conversation that you have to have. We're going to get the top 3 zodiac signs that are going to play a significant role in your spring. Okay, we have Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. It could be you or it could be someone else. We have Cancer and Aquarius. And then we have Capricorn. So Capricorn, Aquarius, and a Capricorn and Aquarius are actually both ruled by Saturn, so that's funny. And a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer. Cancer is the opposite sign. So changing at work and changing at home. Changes need to be made at work, changes need to be made at home. Growth and personal changes are happening in both sectors, okay? Whether it's like you're changing direction and this is a new job that you're pursuing, a promotion, more responsibility at work in general, and you have to handle that on top of your existing responsibilities. Because a promotion, yes, it comes with a paycheck, but it also comes with more on our plates. Let's end with an affirmation. Pile 2, it has been lovely reading for you. I've really liked the energy. Oh, you know what? Wait. We're going to get our disco ball first. Disco ball, party, party, party in the city. Yeah. This is the segment where I pull fortunes. Okay. Okay, we have. You will travel far and wide, both for pleasure and business. Store. And lucky numbers 6, 16, 18, 7, 25, and 46. Next, we have a refreshing change is in your future. Change is very, 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 very prominent. And then we have with brains and beauty, you are the complete package. Yes, you are. Maybe you needed to hear that validation, but like, amen. Amen. Okay. Let's get an affirmative for you. I don't know why I'm like wanting to sing. Maybe you guys are singers or songwriters, something with music. Okay, we got 2. Oh, these are so cute. These are very quirky. Keep that in mind. We have loyalty. Loyalty. I'm there for the people I care about in whatever way they need me. Ride to the airport? No problem. Bail you out of jail? You bet. Go see your band again? Maybe. The point is, when I stand with them, I know I'm a part of something special. And to be honest, it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with me too. Oh, you're gonna see evidence of this, okay, in your season of spring. Pile 2. Then we have open-heartedness. I know that life and the people living it can be an absolute bummer sometimes, but I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded. If I let negative experiences turn me sour, then the jerks win. I always read it as the jerks within. I was like, what? So I'll move on with an open and hopeful heart, if only because I hate losing to jerks. I know someone who needs to hear that. Okay, and I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck because, why not? We got time. Cleansing. Ay. Today, I am writing myself a prescription to clean house mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies it verbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of my emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So I'm going to grab the sanity vacuum and suck up all my gripes, groans, gossip, and other garble in my life to give me a fresh start. Don't worry, subconscious and ego. There'll always be new psychic bric-a-brac in this metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist if we miss it. Cleansing, starting fresh. Cleaning out your car. Yep, cleaning out your car. Do that. And that's Max. All right. I will see you later, pile 2. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in a reading soon. If you want to see a love reading from me in the future, I'm open to doing them if you're willing to receive them. So give a like or a heart in the comments below. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So for your theme, I want to start with Aster dice and see where it goes. We have the North Node, I believe. North Node. The first house. So first house, North Node. Okay. And Capricorn. Some of you might be Capricorn risings. And as a Capricorn rising, you approach things very seriously. So maybe Spirit wants to show you that you don't have to take life so serious. You can release the gas a little bit. Okay. Not to say that you're not driven. You are very driven and you come across as very reliable. Okay. You have a very grounding presence. Your overall theme for spring is calling, and it reads, I am here, present, ready to answer the call. Hear my beating roar. Come back home to me. So this is a homecoming. This is the advent of a new chapter. And I do want to say that this deck was beautifully, wonderfully, graciously gifted to me by a dear friend of mine, Jessica. You know who you are. And Jessica has a zine that she openly accepts submissions to. It gets published every month. So I will leave her information down in the description box below. And because she graciously gifted me this deck, this is the first time you're seeing this deck in action, we're going to actually take a minute and look and see what the book has to say. But 30 might be an important day for you in March, April, May. Technically, May is still spring. So yeah, And or 30 is going to be an age that you turn, or it's an age of somebody significant to you. Just throwing that out there. We have coming back home to the self, answering the call, taking the action. You have pulled, and this is on page 99. You have pulled this card today as confirmation you are on the right path. What you have asked about is right for where you are at this time in your life, and you can expect your situation to work out in a way that feels comfortable and natural for you. There is a feeling of coming home to where you belong when receiving this card. Even if things are still a little rocky, knowing that this will soon be over and you are already moving towards bliss. This card serves as the yes card in this deck and also validates any idea, project, or relationship that you're interested in moving forward with. Answer the call that is ringing in your soul, because the excitement and joy you feel is your higher self telling you that this is what you are here on earth to do or become. In some readings, this card indicates the need to spend more time at home or with family to heal any outstanding domestic troubles. Though there isn't much to be concerned about in moving forward as long as you're showing a willingness to overcome any problems you're facing. Okay. Very powerful energy. The black sheep. You might be the black sheep of the family. You felt like you were the scapegoat, and you might have a particularly tense relationship with your father. So maybe reconciling that within yourself if you can't, make amends with him. That's very specific, and it might only apply to literally one of you. But I thought I'd bring that to the forefront. We're going to use the Radley Valentine Animal Guides Tarot today. So this will be pick a deck. I don't always know if I'm going to use the same tarot deck or if I'm going to kind of play my intuition. But this is I am surprised by how much I like this deck. I was not expecting to like this tarot deck so much. And I made a mess that I have to clean up, 'cause otherwise it's gonna bother you and me. Ew. Blech. I'm gonna cut that part out. Okay, we're getting started with your black stones, like black obsidian. Might be really nice to have on hand to protect your energies. You're a boss. Like, you might be the boss of a company, or you might be an entrepreneur and you have your own, but you're you have a very authoritative presence. Yes. And just to, protect energies, sound healing might be very appealing to you. Sound baths. Using some sage spray. Okay, let's see. What is pile 3 prioritizing in their life? What is pile 3 prioritizing in their life? You might be getting your eggs in line. I don't know. What is that called? Like your ducks in a row. You're getting your ducks in a row. Pile 3, what are you prioritizing this spring? Pile 3, what are you prioritizing this spring? Again, this is falling over. You have 2 cards here. We have the 9 of Earth, so the 9 of Pentacles in reversed with the ragdoll cat. Your success has brought you financial security and the reward of much deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or a self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. So this is in reverse. I'm thinking that maybe all you do is work no matter what. Got money on your mind and you never get enough. You are not relaxing. You have a hard time turning the switch off. And you need rest. You need creative rest. You need sleep. You are approaching burnout. So you're prioritizing your health, taking those vitamins, eating your greens. We have the 6 of air. You need a vacation. You need a change of scenery. Oh my gosh. And we have 2 cats. You might be a cat person. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. Yes. Okay. So, novelty. Something new. You need to shake things up. That's what your priority is going to be. I'm curious to see what the cat spirit animal says, and I can't tame the curiosity. Okay, this is a period where self-sufficiency and trusting in your own capabilities is necessary. Honor your sensuality by dancing slowly with graceful and easy movements and by enjoying touch and physical intimacy. Listen closely to your intuitive guidance, as it's very likely an ancestor who is one of your spirit guides is trying to communicate with you. We'll do a spirit guide, or we'll do an ancestor card. This is a period of magic and mystery for you, so pay close attention to signs and omens that will guide you and direct you. My camera battery is about to die. This also says rescue cat, by the way. So maybe you're adopting a cat, or you're making a cat a priority in your life. You're making a pet a priority in your life, something like that. Completely forgot to turn on my microphone. Thankfully, I looked at my screen. Okay. Getting outside of your comfort zone. This could even be like trying a new recipe, or learning some kind of new technology within your home, like getting a new appliance or something. Upgrading your technology. What's an action that you're taking towards this focus? So we have, I am here, present, ready to answer the call. You are ready to take the leap. You are ready to take whatever risk your heart has been desiring. Maybe it's learning how to ride a horse, or crochet. It can be the most subtle thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. What's an action you are taking towards this focus? The Lovers. You're making conscious choices. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. Yes. You are listening to your intuition a lot more. You're saying yes to yourself. This is all about the choices you make. Mercury, Gemini energy. Knowing that you don't have to do it alone. Okay. Putting yourself out there. And asking for help. Yes. Curiosity. Cultivating curiosity on ideas, taking action on that inspiration. Whoo, I just saw 222. You are on the right path. 7 of air. The magpie. You have quite the collection here. Okay. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Interesting. Whoa, and we had 67, and then we have 6 and 7. That's kind of wild to me because page 67 was the cat image. And I thought that was going to come back. Okay, wait. I want to look up. I want to see if there's any numerological correspondence with number 67. Life paths, 6 or 7 might be important. And it's interesting because 6 is usually a warning, whereas 7 is like reflection and spirituality and everything. The numerology of 67 resonates with focus, pragmatism, and a foundation for the future. The number 67 is highly focused on creating or maintaining a secure foundation for the family. It's conscientious, pragmatic, and idealistic. And I'm just going to look up the number in my little numerology book, one of them, because I love numerology. It's my kind of math, you know? Okay, let me see. I have to get there we go. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? So, should be somewhere in my recents. And if not, I guess we'll have to look it up. The Secret Science of Numerology. Okay, and it goes into letters and numbers. This is 13, so it goes to 4. Maybe you're having a 4 year as like your personal number. This number refers to things well thought of. 6 cares for people, gives loving service, takes on responsibilities, while 7 is introspective, distinguished, looked up to for its wisdom. It is the professional. Plus, there are all of the creative abilities of the 13-4. We see these attributes in these 67 words: administration, distinguished, and practitioner. All 4s are good in mental work, especially where hands and mind work together. Here we find outstanding engineers, mechanics, jewelers, electricians, mathematicians, and musicians, teachers, managers, and foremen. We need 4s for the stick-to-itiveness. That's what I was seeing with this North Node in Capricorn. Interesting. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables. Reset your passwords. Yours might appear in like a data leak. I'm just saying, but you are going to, collect, I think, a lot of hobbies. I think you just hide a lot of the eccentric or, out there parts of yourself because you're afraid of being judged for being the black sheep, and for because you are the black sheep, you've always been judged and you've grown up in an environment where you were criticized. And so I think it's time to kind of let some of that go. Yes. Okay. Yes, because there's new ideas coming your way. We have the Ace of Air on the bottom of the deck. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you refine your plan and reshape your goals into something even better. So, Ace of Air. You might be surprised, or you might surprise yourself with the ideas that you end up finding, because you let your guard down a little bit, and you actually connect with other people who share in your ideas. Wild, right? Okay, so we're going to get into some tea leaf oracle cards. We're going to get into some tea leaf oracle cards to get the energy of your spring pile 3. Let's see. Ooh, we've got Crown. And you were looked up to as well. Your Instagram might say a lot about you, but not very much. And I think that's what people they're intrigued by your enigma, your presence. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. And let's see. What else? Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Inner peace is something that you're seeking and you're trying to achieve. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but I have no doubt that you'll get there. And then we have, let's see. What else? Success. Something might go viral. A story of yours might go viral, or a video of yours. We have crib and career, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise, which would make sense with the business because then we got career. Okay. You're answering that call. Stork, news of a birth. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. Okay, so. All right. We're going to get into our other oracle cards now. I'm going to get an elemental empath oracle. I know I have this flip through on my channel. We have mirror. Card number 6 again. World is a mirror. Notice patterns and clear blocks. See what's reflected to you. Using your partner as a mirror. Interesting. I want the book for this one. Okay, the world is our mirror. Everything is connected in the grand cosmic dance, and what upsets or triggers us in the outside world is often a reflection of something in our internal world. It is tempting to oversimplify and say that if someone triggers us, it must be a reflection of a behavior we ourselves struggle with. Though this could be the case, often it's more complex. Sometimes people or circumstances reminds us of an incident from earlier in life, and how we felt then is brought up in the present. Just as when a wound that never fully heals gets bumped and the pain flares again, we are tempted to react in the same way our younger self did. Sometimes situations are brought to us to help us heal or learn something, and sometimes they come to enable us to help others. When old wounds or beliefs aren't healed, they can lead to patterns being created. And sometimes, if the pain isn't processed, we can end up projecting this pain onto others. Be mindful of how external situations can be a mirror for your inner world. That's all I'm going to read. I will let you screenshot this if you want to read more, but there is an exercise. The next time you feel upset, pause and ask yourself if you're upset about this particular situation or if there's something deeper going on. Don't dig too deep for memories. Just see if anything comes up. If you're not sure, ground and connect to yourself and work through emotions that come up without trying to read too much into them. Okay. So with that being said, let's move on to another oracle card. And there it is. Sometimes I put boxes somewhere and then I lose them. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have strawberries with agreement, so being more agreeable. Libra, leading with compromise, okay? And we have desire with lettuce, and Cancer. So Cancer and Libra, 2 cardinal signs. Being more agreeable, like listening to ourselves and what we desire, but also honoring what others want from the situation and trying to make compromises, okay? Being a little bit more compassionate with others. I think you're a really good mediator because you try to give everyone like a slice of what they want. So yeah. Let me see what else I'm picking up on. You're connecting more with your desires. You might agree to things or say yes to things that you maybe wouldn't have otherwise. Let's get in Angels and Aura's Oracle. Angels and Aura's Oracle. Dun, 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 dun. Who's ready for springtime? The heart chakra is coming through really strong. Healing your heart. Healing your heart. Healing your health. Eating gut healthy as well. Pile 3. I just saw 1414. A blessing in disguise. So we have this popped balloon and then confetti coming out. And it says trust, revelation, significance, and surprise. So life sometimes surprises us. Feathers are going to be a sign. If you see a white feather anywhere, trust that that is the universe trying to communicate with you that you're on the right path. But something might not go as planned. It might not go as expected. And you find out that it works out to your benefit anyway. And it's almost like surprise. So trust the process. Trust your connection with spirit. We also have on the bottom of the deck Uriel with gold. And we have passion, epiphanies, entrepreneur, and driven. So you're very goal driven this spring to making the ish that you want happen. And you're following your passions. And there's the quill again. So writing is going to work to your benefit. Expressing yourself in whatever way you see, like whatever works for you. Okay. Eating more vegetables, getting more fiber in general. Like maybe you go to a doctor's appointment and they give you not so great news, and so you like work to try to change that and turn it around. That's just something that popped into my head. If it applies, take it. If it doesn't, leave it for the collective. Let's get some. Oh no, I'm a hot mess. I really, really, really am a hot mess. Okay. We have basic, plain and simple, mainstream in your tastes, an insult, unoriginal, unexciting. So again, striving for something that's not completely conventional, or you know what, if it is and it makes you happy and it's not hurting anyone, I mean, I don't really care. But I think you're learning not to let that bother you, that word bother you. Sus. So someone might not be showing their complete selves, which is why we had the 7 of Swords. My microphone is falling. Someone is being shady. Something is being hidden from you. Suspicious, suspect, untrustworthy. Maybe it's a breakup. Like maybe it's this guy who cheats on you and it turns out to be a blessing in disguise because you become friends. Take it, but kind of show that, you know, sometimes the directions we really don't want to go in steers us in a better direction than we were originally on. So if that makes sense. And I want to see if there's anything else. I want to get a disco ball message for you, and then we're going to end with an affirmation. Some of you might get noticed professionally at work, okay? For doing something noteworthy. You will be unusually successful in business. Maybe that side hustle is really picking up, pile 3. You've mastered the basics, so you can move on to what's next. Which just came to me. Okay, we have
you want to have a fantastic, may have a fantastic opportunity soon. Be open to it. The desire to kiss you is draining, tiresome. It devours me. That's somebody's thought about you. You got stock up on your chapstick, though. A good time to start something new. Changing up the routine is always encouraged. Okay, all right. Last thing is our affirmator message. Pile 3, it's been really fun reading for you. I've loved all of the energies today. But yeah, so you're like almost embracing this black sheep like a battle scar, you know, like a tattoo. Okay, so we have trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. So trusting the process, trusting spirit. Let's get one more. Okay, this one's an interesting one, and I don't think I've gotten this one before, but reading between the lines. I am intuitive, and my intuition allows me to hear way more than just the words my loved ones are saying. With the power to read between the lines, I see the words "I love you" might rarely be spoken, but their sentiment lurks in the phrases like "I changed your oil," "Here's that article," and "Did you use up all the A1 sauce?" That was a mouthful. But these are key lessons that you are learning in the season of spring, or like lessons that you're taking with you in the season of spring. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy, and I will see you in a reading soon. With that being said, toodles!